Welcome to Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz and happy to be along with you today. And I want to thank you for joining us today as well. We get to start out this program this week by heading over to the Saginaw area to find out about a fun event coming up soon, just a couple weeks away. The Saginaw Spirit are having their big Ice Blast weekend, and to tell us all about that, let's bring in Rick Riffle. He is the Director of Sales and Marketing with the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Club. How you doing, Rick?
Real good, Dave. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Really happy to have you on today. You know, I've been wanting to ask one of you Saginaw Spirit people for a while. I grew up in a hockey town in Muskegon, and of course we used to play the Saginaw team all the time. But Muskegon's team never got any national publicity. You somehow worked something out with comedian Stephen Colbert a while back and got on the national scene. What was that all about?
Well, how it came about was his producers he wanted to name something after himself. He wanted to find something, a bridge, a road, whatever, to name after himself, is my understanding. And his producers came upon our website, and we were adding another mascot. We had Sammy Spirit, and we're looking for and we wanted to have a mini mascot, a Sammy Spirit, a smaller one. And so he got on the website there, and they took a look at that and said, well, you know what? Why don't they call this mascot Seagull the Eagle Cobeagle, named after me?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it took shape. And then they contacted us, and then we kind of went with the name, and then we got some national attention over there for that whole season. It was a pretty big deal.
Well, you just have to roll with the flow sometimes. He earlier this year did a kind of a mock segment on an advertising program we're involved with on international scene, and had a real good time with that. So nice that you got that extra plug.
Well, yeah, he's a clever man.
He sure is. He's a funny guy, and you want to get those little positive pieces of exposure. So that's a good thing. Well, you have, of course, the hockey season is underway, and you're having a good time there in Saginaw and all throughout the area playing hockey. But you have a big event coming up pretty soon. Your Ice Blast weekend's just a couple weeks away. It's the 14th and 15th of February. What's going to happen there?
Well, it's actually one of our signature events, and we're going into our 9th year with Pride in Saginaw presents the Saginaw Spirit Ice Blast. The Ice Blast is a 2-day event, like we said, the 14th and 15th, and it encompasses downtown Saginaw. Pride in Saginaw is a group of leaders in Saginaw with a mission to promote activities and make for a better community that we have here. And the Ice Blast Festival is a community event and takes place throughout the downtown area. Each season, the Ice Blast brings approximately 16,000 people to downtown venues such as Shiver on the River, the Children's Museum, the Children's Zoo, Hoyt Park, Ice Blast tents, Spirit home games, and activities associated with each of those. So it's a pretty big event for downtown Saginaw. So
let's kind of go through some of these events that are part of your bigger event. You mentioned, is it the Shiver on the River? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, that's a walleye fishing contest. Then that actually starts February 2nd and ends February 16th. And that's brought to you by the Saginaw Spirit Cabela's and Dow Chemical Company. And we've been doing this for a number of years as well. When there's ice, it's a pretty big event.
Oh, you bet.
This year, we're not going to have any shortage of ice.
No, isn't that true? All of Michigan has been enjoying some great ice fishing and all those other fun events on the ice. So on that Friday the 14th, it looks like your first official event in addition to that would be your children's activities? Yeah,
well, first will be the Children's Museum will be open from 10 to 5 in downtown, and what they're going to be doing there is some dry ice skating event. I guess the children will experience the fun in your socks ice skating without the ice, enjoying a dry snowball fight at the Children's Museum as well. So that's something new they're doing this year, as well as their other activities that they normally have. And, of course, that takes place on Friday from 10 to 5. And then we also, at the big tent area at the Dow Event Center, we're putting a Jimmy Buffett theme together.
Oh, cool.
We decked out in Jimmy Buffett apparel and that type of thing. We're bringing a band called 5 O'Clock Band out of Grand Rapids, or Jimmy Buffett only, 5 O'Clock Somewhere Band, and so they'll be providing the music both Friday and Saturday night. And then in our Blue Line Club inside the Dow Event Center, it's a really, really large area. We're going to have several inflatables in there. We usually have up to 8 or 10 inflatables in there for children to play on. And this year we're going to have the zoo bring in some petting animals. They're going to be in little kiddie pools for them to that's something different we're going to bring in other than having just games in there.
So yeah, in addition to the games that will be played both that Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th, you bring all these other kind of family-friendly events.
We do.
It's a great idea.
Party will be there, and we're going to have Ronald McDonald there Friday night too as well.
Now, the Saginaw Spirit, you play teams, a lot of them out of Canada, don't you?
Yeah, we're a league of 20. We're an Ontario Hockey League is what we are. We're part of the CHL, and there's 20 teams in our league, and 17 of those are in Canada, and there's 3 in the U.S. The 3 U.S. teams are us, Plymouth, Michigan, and Erie, Pennsylvania. That's
great. So events, let's see, starts around 7 o'clock on Friday night, the game, and same thing on Sunday.
Yeah, 7:11 is our start time on Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah, and you have 2 different teams you're playing, which will be fun for everybody. We only have a few seconds. Let me ask you about the chili cook-off. That's happening on Saturday?
Dave, what we have going on Saturday?
Yeah.
The children's zoo, there's going to be outdoor zoo animals there, chainsaw wood sculptures, a team of dead sled dogs will be there, snowshoeing if there's enough snow, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a shortage of that.
Right.
Hoyt Park, we're going to have Saturday from 12 to 4, ice skating and sledding, and our first annual outhouse race will be held there as well.
Now,
that'll start at 1 p.m.
Yeah, and I did see this chili cook-off, too. That starts at 5?
That'll be Saturday night, starting at 5 o'clock in the tent.
That's great.
At the Dow Event Center.
And most of these events, I guess it's a mix. Some indoor activities, some outdoor activities. So something for everybody if you want to be out there. And then getting into those heated tents, it works out either way. So you'll have a good time. Hope you have a good time there, Rick. Thank you for joining us. Rick Riffle, the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Saginaw Spirit. And for more information, just go to the website, saginawspirit.com. The big Ice Blast weekend, the 14th and 15th, just a couple weeks away. We're going to find out what's happening up there in that Roscommon area next. Big festival they're having right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.